Hi everybody, my name is Tony. As you probably know, I do Qualizo Reviews, my favorite show of all time. I'd like to start off with The Invaders. The Invaders stars Agnes Moorehead, who played the mother of Elizabeth Montgomery in Bewitched. Here, she has no lines in the script. In this episode, she actually doesn't say one word. She just grumbles a lot in pain and stuff like that, but mumbles, but no words. And there's a real life story connected to it, but anyhow, her character is in a rural house, not touched by progress, electricity, or anything like that. We don't know what time of history this is in the show, in that particular episode. But she is getting invaded, hence the title, by these little alien robots that crash landed on her roof. She's got to go and see what's going on and defend herself, So it's interesting, The Invaders. Nothing in the Dark is the next one. This stars Gladys Cooper, who was an elderly actress back then. She plays a part of this recluse. She's living alone in her apartment, She hasn't moved out, and everybody's supposed to move out because it's scheduled for demolition. But she doesn't want to, she can't. She feels that she's going to die soon. That's what she feels, In other words, somebody's going to touch her. Somebody called Mr. Death, and she doesn't know exactly how he looks like. It's going to touch her, and she's going to die. She feels it, Nonetheless, when a young man gets shot outside of her apartment, he's a police officer, and he needs help. Tells her to open up, but she's suspicious. He is played by Robert Redford. I think it's the only one that Robert ever did, the only Twilight Zone he ever did. But of course, he's famous. But don't miss it, it's really good. It's a lot about death and dying, and you're going to love it. Nice. Nothing in the Dark. Time Enough at Last is the next one. This is a famous episode. A lot of people talk about this episode. Burgess Meredith, who did 4 episodes, was in this one. He's a bank teller. And what happened was, he's a bookworm in the episode, and he can't stop reading. Even when he's working, he gets in trouble with his boss because he reads so much. So during lunch break, he goes into the vault. But there is, like the end of the world. There's an incredible earthquake, and there's nothing left almost. And he survived. He's the only one that survived because he was in the vault when that happened. When he comes out, put his glasses on, it's in focus, he gets to see the rumbles all over him. Even when he goes outside, even up to his house where the mailbox is. Everybody is gone except him. Everyone. One of the things he's looking for, of course, is reading material. And he finds a library. So he thinks he's in heaven, but what's going to happen, You got to tune in. Very famous episode. But the next one is A Game of Pool with Jack Klugman and Jonathan Winters. Now, Jack Klugman plays a pool player who's really good, But everybody keeps comparing him and talking about the late, great Fats Brown, who's played by Jonathan Winters. What happens when he's talking, saying, I know I'm better, and if he was in this room right now, I would prove it. Lo and behold, he materializes. How can that happen? So he's so shocked, But Fats Brown makes him an incredible offer. He says, if you're so confident, I want you to play me, and the stakes are, if you lose, you have to die. Will he take him up on the offer? Will he lose? Will he win? Gotta tune in. A Game of Pool. Walking Distance is the next one. I really love this episode. It's one of my favorite ever, and I think it's Rod Serling's favorite I heard. It's very personal about his personal childhood when he was a child. It's about this man who is an executive, and he's under a lot of stress. He's near a nervous breakdown. He's driving his car. There's something wrong with his car. He leaves it at a gas station. He notices his hometown called Homewood is just a few blocks away. So the mechanic says it's going to take at least an hour. He goes, that's fine. I'm in no hurry. He takes off. And he goes, checks it out, and everything is weird because he feels like things are happening that it looks exactly the same. Like, can he be 25 years in the past? Kick the Can is the next one. It's about these old people in an old folks' home. What's going to happen to them? And one of them really wants to find out what's going on because he wants to play games, the game kick the can, and at first nobody wants to play. But there's a lot of magic in this episode, and you'll see what I mean when you see the episode. The next one, the last one, is Mr. Dingle the Strong, Fergus Meredith again. He's in some kind of bar. He is a vacuum cleaner salesman. And he realizes that something happened. These two little aliens came in, even though he doesn't see them, and give him the power, physical power, of, I think, 10 men. So when he opens the door, it breaks off. When he shuts off his alarm clock, it breaks. When he throws a football, it goes flying for many miles. What's going to happen? Really weird, because he's a very meek, weak person. He doesn't understand how this could be happening. He even makes the news. So check it out, Mr. Dingle the Strong. So next time, take care of yourself, and don't forget to love the Lord.